welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Steelers of Brooklyn taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gardner. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Oh, able to avoid him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They're led out by the former #1 overall pick from the University of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Derek Harmon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will slide down with a good gain. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Let's go now.
In motion goes the tight end.
Ready.
To throw, here's Ward. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On play action, Ward. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But you look at this defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70.
Play action. It's Ward. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran, in his 9th season now in the league.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's been a touchdown machine for this season. He's #1 in the league in rushing touchdowns. So that has to help the entire offense as a whole. Play action passes, other people have a chance to touch the football because if you're a defense, you absolutely have to key on him.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 riding. 70 ring. 70 ring.
Now Penix. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll throw with Penix. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. You talk about this Titan defense. They come into this one ranked #17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Penix to the air once more. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steamers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The defense now working their way back onto the field. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive.
Ready.
Well, here's a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it on play action. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Let's go now.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And they only only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Ready.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games. They've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, Ward. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Come on.
Now a handoff running through the middle. They find some open field here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
When they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football, I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Let's go.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. To throw is Ward. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down, 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Steamers' offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL's leader in touchdown passes.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Looking to throw, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And out of bounds right around the 20.
To number 8, Kyle Pitts.
From the 20, here's second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Up the middle they go. Elam. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. They'll go play action here with Penix. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steamers have taken the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes the defense now here back onto the field. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, or it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which will be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, it could have. Now can they carry that over? 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Ward. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's completion right there.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Check.
28-yard line.
Let's go now. Check.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lehman. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Ward off the play fake. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Out of the gun, Ward. He's got it. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Going for it, here's Ward. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Here now, 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And we'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And looking to throw, Penix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Penix. And a quick throw here that's complete.
10 more yards.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Operating from the gun, Penix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. On the bootleg, it's Penix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. The Titans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing is Ward. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Go! Gravity Lions! Ready, ready, hut!
Here's Ward. Shoves him aside. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's got his man in stride, complete. get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has been a monster in the red zone here in these first couple of months of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To the air, Penix. Wide open receiver, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They are going for it. Penix. He sets to fire deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Now he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Ready? Hop! Hop 70, hop!
Now Ward. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them. but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is set away. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Right back to him on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 106 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the middle they go. Elam. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Penix working out of the gun here. Got a man and he hits him in stride. It's a pickup of 12 and that'll set up a third down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. A try here for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. Ward now working out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80.
Running game working. He'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
70 Lions.
Ward. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he has a big gain inside the... before being dropped. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. But following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This 2nd and 4.
Ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Ward. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Bronco switch.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Shot.
Play action. It's Ward. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
He's brought down at the 31. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
10 at the 24-yard line.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. 24 yards. And the Steamers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that? Right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. To throw, here's Ward. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is third down and 12. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over first and 10. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's run well here in the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does it. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steamers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. They certainly made quick work of that. Ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Tennessee offense set to go again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. To throw is Ward. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Ward, third and goal. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. And that sack brings up fourth and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and control of this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second and 5.
Here we go, set. Like this.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First down, Steelers.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Bronco switch. Come on. Set. Bronco East, go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. Right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
A gain of 9 yards.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 45-yard line.
Smash. Go. Hawk 70. Take over.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
19 Tigers.
Looking to throw, Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Brooklyn, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody. With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics and get his game going again.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Santos. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Jackson now. Wide open receiver, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Frederick. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So out comes it.
Offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their left-handed quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. If he keeps going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half, backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And looking to throw, Penix. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steamers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Point after here coming up. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's Jackson to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here now the offense heading back out there. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Hey! Here we go, set! 19, 18!
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll throw with Penix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
1st down, Steamers.
Here we go! Hawk 70!
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
A play fake. Now Penix. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Here's Penix. Looking left side, and it's complete. And touchdown! A great play there. 42 yards. And the Steamers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And he's out of bounds on the return on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Jackson from the shotgun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go down, but not before. We're getting this inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And no sidestepping that here. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up fourth down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. Here's Jackson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. He decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, back to 60.
Operating from the gun, Penix. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Well, sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. On the bootleg, it's Penix. And he is caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big roll of the dice this on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
14. And the Brooklyn first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Right back to him on first down. Oh, nice move. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To the air, Penix targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
On the set. Go! Cowboy!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Steamers take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. We take a look at this defense heading out once again. And last time they got the fourth down stop, looked like they might surrender points. Ball got on their side of the field. But then they snatched that momentum. What's that like for that defense?
Oh, it's phenomenal because some doubts start to creep in as you're giving up yardage, trying to figure out a way to slow them down. But with some suddenness to turn things around, to flip the script, as the guys like to say, that's a big-time play.
That was a big-time play. Now we'll see if they can do it again. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
Second and 2 at the 32-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The ball on the 32. It's second and 2. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now a handoff up the middle. Frederick. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. It's now third down and 4.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's got his target. That's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Hey, middle.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, second down.
At the 4-yard line.
Now Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Sit hot! Get hot!
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Ravens 7.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Penix working out of the gun here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Penix. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Now a timeout taken.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
2-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In Nashville, the Titans at home for a divisional matchup against Houston in the AFC South. And it's C.J. Stroud. A 17-yard touchdown pass. The Texans had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. Got another one to get to right now. How about Gang Green? The Jets, they're playing host to the Buffalo Bills. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. This will wind up a touchdown. The Jets up by a touchdown, 14-7 the score at halftime. Lastly, let's go out to Arrowhead. The Chiefs taking on the Raiders. And this is the KC QB. He's got nobody open, so he'll just hot-foot it himself.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Oh, good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
To throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
They are going for it. Penix.
The kidder here, it's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They'll run on first down. Elam. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Looking to throw, Penix. That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Let's go now. 19, charge.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
2nd and 6. That's caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steamers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The defense once more getting set to do battle as they head back out. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Jackson going to keep it, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
10 at the 13-yard line.
Jackson now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Ravens 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense about ready to take over again. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
They'll throw with Penix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
And the Brooklyn 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steamers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
At the 30-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Frederick. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Open man is Flowers. He's got it. He's to the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Pinero's extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop 1 pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Here's Penix. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they bring out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Zay Flowers and the Raven offense back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? It's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try the left side. Frederick. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. There'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 1.
Ready, Bronco switch, Bronco switch. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Come on. Snap. 70 Lions.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
First down. A gain of 60 yards. First down, Steelers.
Back to 60. Hey, check that.
Now a handoff up the middle. Elam. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
60 Bison.
They'll go play action here with Penix. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Second and 11. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Steamers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
And able to get this out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Ravens on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To the air, Penix. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. 19 Looking to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. On the bootleg, it's Penix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
And the Brooklyn first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. 162 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
Roll! Here we go, sack! 70-0. Check out.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Touchdown! A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Brooklyn, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.